Hey guys, Ryan here, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft survival. And in the last episode, we made our Orcish blacksmith, and as you can see, we are not in the Orcish area currently. We will be later on in this episode, not for the entire episode at least. I feel like I should explain a few things. There wasn't an episode on Friday. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know what to do for the episode, and with, the coming out of the Universe SMP, I've obviously been working on that quite a bit, and after losing all my stuff in the Ender Dragon fight, I managed to get all my stuff back again, and got it all maxed out, had the best stuff I could possibly have, and I died on it again, in the void, losing all of my stuff, including a fully enchanted elytra, which you'll see in the next episode, which will be coming out tomorrow from the time you're seeing this. So, yeah, it's been a bit hectic, and it's been a bit hard for me to work on both series at the same time, because obviously I've got ideas for this world, and I've got ideas for that series as well on that server, and then trying to split the time between both of those has actually become more. I knew it was going to be hard, but it's become more difficult than I thought, and I want to obviously work on the Orcish area in this world, but I also want to defeat the Ender Dragon and get an elytra and shulker boxes and things like that, but I don't want to literally have 2 episodes, or, well, I don't think it's even been 2, I think it's been 1 episode in the Orcish area, and then immediately go to the end. So, I don't know how I'm going to work around that, but we are going to be working in the Orcish area in this episode, but we're also going to be doing a little something else, because many of you may know I like the head data pack, where you get mob heads when you kill mobs and things like that. So, I went ahead and installed it. As you can see, got a few heads. The wither skeleton ones are in the game anyway. I've just been grinding those up, and I've been in the nether. As you can see, got 2 ghast heads, got 1 zombie pigman head, got a chicken head, and got a phantom head. So, started my collection. We're going to be gathering a few more up in this episode as well, once we finish doing what we're doing in the Orcish area. But also, I wanted to show off this, our nether chest. I already had 3 wither skeleton skulls, so those are the 3 we're going to use when we fight the wither at some point. And we can, of course, now fight another wither, so that's pretty cool. That means we can fight 2 withers and have 2 beacons going, which is going to be incredibly useful once we do that. Don't want to do that until we've fought the Ender Dragon, though. That's the main goal. We're just waiting for this to finish cooking up, but then we will make our way over to the swamp. We're also going to grab some diorite while we're over here, because I'm not going to use this for anything else other than the Orcish area for now as the bones. So I think we should take those for now. They're not going to be long until they're done anyway. It's also starting to become night, so we're probably going to have to sleep before we go anywhere. I've been trying to stay awake at nights, because not for the phantom heads, but actually for the phantom membrane, which we're going to need for the Ender Dragon fight. So as you can see, I'm preparing for it. Also got all the ender pearls we could ever need, so we've got enough to not only fill up the portal to get into the end, but also to find the stronghold, so we will be doing that at some point. Not sure exactly when. I want to hold out for as long as I can, but I'm also really eager to do it after doing it on the Universe SMP. So, our chicken is just about finished cooking, so we will grab this last one up, and then we will sleep, and then we'll make our way over to the swamp. So, let's go over here and sleep. We could wait up for a little bit, just to see if the phantoms do spawn, and then if they do, we'll kill them and then sleep, but if they don't, we'll just sleep anyway. So let's just get some stars up. The only issue is there's going to be mobs everywhere, but we should be alright. I hope, anyway. So, yeah. If you're wondering where I got the chicken head from, it's because I have that chicken farm over there, and the way I've set it up, the mob, or like the chicken and the feathers and stuff, have been actually getting burnt and destroyed, so I've took to just doing it by hand, you know, but having the machine throw the eggs out and then doing it by hand. So that's how I got this chicken head. I didn't expect to get one because they're actually surprisingly rare because of how common chickens are. And, I mean, the machine was full, so I didn't even think that I had it. And then when I emptied the machine, bam, there it was, chicken head. And it doesn't look like a phantom is gonna spawn. So we're just gonna sleep before any creepers spawn and blow up everything that we're working on. And then we're gonna make our way to the swamp. I also haven't managed to fix the path, but also I didn't mean to open this chest, but now that I have, I can show you guys this. I got a trident ages ago, and I've been working on making it the best it can be. It's got channeling, loyalty, unbreaking, and mending, and it's called the Fundant with a lightning bolt. I know it makes lightning, not thunder, but lightning didn't work. Fundant kind of sounds pretty cool, and I suppose in a way it does also make thunder, because yes, the lightning strikes, but it also makes the thunder grumble through the sky, so still kind of makes sense. But I put the lightning bolt in there as well, just to show that it does make lightning. So hopefully at some point we can get some normal Minecraft heads, so that should be pretty cool. Get some creepers and zombies and skeleton heads and whatever else we can get. I think that's about it, actually. Right? Wither skeletons, zombie, skeleton, creeper. Yeah, I think that's about it for normal game, and ender dragon, but we're not exactly going to get a creeper to go after the ender dragon. Although, with this data pack, the ender dragon does drop a head, and no one actually got it on the Universe SMP, but after watching back all the other players' videos of the ender dragon fight, the ender dragon did drop a head, but no one picked it up, so it must have despawned. And you're probably wondering, why am I going over here? This is where our nether portal is. I put a bed down here because every time I'd come out, it'd be night time. So put that there so I can quickly sleep. I've been doing a lot of mining and stuff, as you can see. Got quite a few magma blocks, got a full double chest of nether bricks. I destroyed an entire fortress, not our main one, but a different one. Got a bunch of gravel, as much glowstone as I can get, a bunch of quartz, a bunch of soul sand, a bunch of netherrack, even more netherrack and more stuff, and even more nether bricks. I'm still going to keep gathering those up, because obviously 1.16, by the sounds of it, is being all cleaned up. They're doing bug fixes rather than releasing new content for the snapshots, which apparently is an indication that it's going to be released like as an actual version sometime soon. So hopefully they're finalizing that up, and then we'll be able to, you know, go in there and have a whole new nether. So I'm gathering up as much stuff as I can from this old nether before we go and reset to a new one. It's kind of cheaty, but it's going to be difficult to get those supplies in the new nether, considering there's so many more biomes and things seem to be a lot rarer than they are now. So I'm going through making the most of what's already there, since I'm going to be removing the file anyway and replacing it. So this is where we were last episode. We made this up. I did go ahead and add the axe in, like I said I would, onto this table. It's meant to look like a hammer, but it's the closest thing I could get to it. I also added in this torch because, or did I do that in the episode? I don't remember. Either way, did that, and so this is all finished up now. And I did all the texture variation and everything. I also, off camera, went ahead and terraformed this cliffside. It doesn't look the best. Well, I like how it looks here, but where it gets into the water, I don't like it the best. But I'll work on that at some point. But it kind of took me a while because I was kind of trying to make it look natural. I don't know if I succeeded, but it'll do its job. I then started freaking out because I was like, wait, where's Leonardo? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I completely forgot that I actually put him in here with the sheep, so he's fine. But speaking of sheep, that's what we're going to be doing in this episode. We are going to be making a sheep pen for all of our lovely sheep, which does mean terraforming a little bit of this area out, which should be fine. We're also, I mean, there's this pig here. We're going to take its food, because why not? I mean, and we're also trying to get heads as well, so we're not just killing it for the sake of killing it, we're trying to get its heads too, and we don't need chickens roaming around because we've got plenty of those. How did this sharpness 5 sword not one-shot that chicken? I mean, I didn't understand that, but oh well. We can also, since we're over in this area, we might as well go ahead and grab Shrek, Fiona, and Puss in Boots since we're over this way anyway. And yes, I am running around trying to get heads. Okay, don't judge me. I'm deciding to be a head collector. And also, we might not always have this data pack on this world, but while I do, I want to get as many heads as I can, so if I do eventually end up removing it from the world, then we have plenty of heads to use in builds and things like that. And one of the main reasons I wanted to include it was actually because I'd imagine the orcs would have a lot of like mob heads from the mobs that they've killed and fought and things like that. And also, last episode, I was struggling to remember a word, and the word I realised after the episode that I was trying to think of, I was trying to describe the orcs and the way they live and the way they build and things like that, and I just couldn't remember. And I ended up saying, like, they weren't smart and all this kind of stuff, which isn't what I was trying to say. I just couldn't remember what I was trying to say. The word I was looking for was primitive. And, like, I knew that's the word I was looking for, but I couldn't remember the word for the meaning, I guess. But either way, the orcs are going to be quite primitive, where they basically just live off the land and, you know, do, I don't know, primitive things. I don't know, I'm not gonna fail to explain what I'm doing again. So we're gonna get these guys on a lead, and we're gonna lead them over to the Orcish area. We will build a place up for these. I've already got an idea to make sort of like the outhouse from Shrek minus the moon shape on the door, because that would require changing all of the doors to that. But I do think I'm gonna do a little outhouse just as a little you know, omen to, is that the right word? An omen? I don't know, maybe an omen to Shrek, I guess, is the reason why I'm gonna do that. And still no pig head, but we killed plenty of pigs right then. But anyway, you guys can sit down. We will get some wolf heads and cat heads as well at some point. I don't know why the single player world is lagging. It doesn't really make sense to me, but either way, we've got the diorite on us. Don't crash, please. So I don't know what happened there. It stopped working for a minute. Okay, anyway, moving on. We can take some of this stuff. We can put this away. Are we good? It looks like it's about to crash again. Okay, I think we're good. We're going to have to adjust some settings. We can lower the render distance to 8. I mean, that's not really going to make much of a difference, but I don't know what's going on there. It doesn't normally do that, but my game is just like, oh yeah, let's crash. Ryan's recording. Why not crash the entire game? But anyway, we're going to take some of these jungle fences. We might need to make some jungle gates as well. We'll put these away. We'll put this dirt away as well. So yeah, we're going to make it around this tree, and we'll make it like a custom tree at some point. But I also want to include this in that, actually, looking at this now. And this can be where, like, the sheep drink, I guess. So I think that could look pretty cool. But let's go ahead. We'll take this fence because we don't need that there anymore. And we'll make a few gates. I'm not sure exactly how many. We'll make 3. You know what? We'll go for an odd number entrance. There we go. And then that way we can also get the donkeys or horses or whatever we decide in there as well. Let's see. We'll take that 20 diorite as well, and we'll make that full 20. We've got a sawmill. I like how I just ran all the way over here because I knew there was a sawmill in the blacksmith, but there was also one right next to me. Yeah, I ran all that way. I don't know. Okay, we're going to turn these 10 into diorite walls, which is going to resemble the pointed bit at the bone. I know it doesn't quite look like it. I say that every single time, but it does its job. You can get the idea. You get the idea. So let's take these and these. Now the question is, how big do we want this? That's the question. Like I said, I want to include this tree somehow. Not this tree. We can cut this tree down at some point, but I want to include this one somehow, and then we can make it custom at some point, because I think that could look pretty cool. This tree is also connected to it, but we don't really care about that one too much. Didn't mean to go in the sheep pen. This is literally all we're going to be doing in this episode. Making this sheep pen, and then gathering up heads, maybe. Probably what we're going to be doing. We're going to try and get some salmon heads, some squid heads, basically whatever we can get, really. And then I'll get as many as I can off camera as well. The grass, that's what we needed. Right. Sorry for clearing my throat. It's gone weird for some reason. Don't know why. But anyway, let's just expand this area. Now, where do we want to start this? I think we've just got to go for it and get it started. So we're going to do the first bone here. And then we can do like that. So that's how high it's going to be. I don't want it to be absolutely massive. We might make it one higher, actually. Yeah, we're going to make it one higher. Just because I want it to be. I guess it looked too small. And I want these to make... Oh, I'm pressing the wrong keys on my keyboard. But anyway, I want it to look like the bone is the main like outline. So instead of wooden posts, they've got bones, basically, sticking out of the ground to hold the fences in place. And then the rest is going to be obviously these jungle fences, which are green in my texture pack. So let's see, if we put some diorite here, then what we can do is we can make this fence go like this, like that. Okay, and I don't want it to be completely square. I want it to look a little bit, you know, I don't know, just more natural, I guess, rather than very square and organized, since, like I said, the idea is for them to be primitive. So we're going to go ahead and place another fence there, like that. Hopefully these sheep won't be able to climb these vines and get out like we can, like that. It's also becoming nighttime again, which might not be a bad thing, because if we stay up we might get some slimes and we might get a slime head, so we're going to stay up tonight. Because why not? And we'll build throughout the night, which I don't normally do, and it's very dangerous half the time. That's why I don't do it. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it tonight. Why not? We might as well. So we want to include this, which does mean that we're probably going to want to go like this and bring this around. We'll go up like this. I'm going to get my bow out as well, because rather be safe than sorry. Okay. And let's get those two. Okay, let's keep an eye out. The good thing is, the cat will keep creepers away-ish. They'll try to, anyway. Not that the creepers really care about cats half the time. They don't even notice it most of the time. But anyway, let's bring this around... Ah, I've got an idea here. How are we going to do this, then? Right, I got an idea, so just stick with me for this. I don't know why I'm using that. I don't know. We'll get the axe out. I know it's meant to use a shovel. It's annoying. I know it annoys me just as much as it annoys you. Don't worry about that. And I think it's the moon where they don't spawn. Or maybe... No, it's not. No, it's not. They do... Slimes do spawn tonight. It's when the moon is like one big circle with a small circle in it. When it's not actually white. It's when slimes don't spawn, I think. I'm not too sure what that moon is called, but I think that's what it is. And yeah, this is where we're going to have the front be, so we can bring... Oh no, one more, and like that. Okay, there's a skeleton over there. Let's see, can we shoot it? Of course it moves right last minute, but other than that, are you kidding me? I mean, I don't have... Okay, this is showing how bad my shooting skills are. We don't have infinity on this bow, only because we have a skeleton farm, and basically have infinite arrows anyway, so it's kind of pointless having infinity when we could just have a really good bow with mending on it and then just have to fix it every once in a while rather than make completely new ones when they run out. We're also going to get the shovel out because we're going to be moving a lot of dirt. I'm really wary of mobs around here now because it's nighttime and I don't want to get blown up, really. That's never too fun, getting blown up, especially in areas where you're doing a lot of work. You don't want to lose that progress, but it's all in the name of getting heads. Okay, get out of here. I can two-shot these if I get crits. If I get one crit and then a normal hit, I can two-shot them. I can't one-shot them. Would if I had smite, I'd imagine I could one-shot these guys, but I'll take two hitting them. Is there... Oh, I was going to say, is there torches over there? Because I can see the light over there. There must be torches. But there's also slimes, so we'll kill this guy. No head, but we will kill the little ones for the slime balls as well, because we can always use more leads. And I know they don't attack you, but the little ones are the only ones that give the slime balls, which is kind of sad. I've also been gathering up a lot of gunpowder ready for when we get an elytra, because we will get that at some point. Once we defeat the Ender Dragon, we'll go into the end seas and get that going. Then we can fly around the world, which is going to be so good for finding the jungle, which I ended up having to use like a biome finder to find, because it was... I feel like I've mentioned this already in an episode, but it was like 6,000... The nearest jungle is like 6,000 blocks away, and I am going to be completely honest, I would never, ever have found it, and I needed it for this area. I'm starting to think I should just sleep at this point, because there's that many zombies starting to swarm. It's actually getting kind of annoying. Okay, well, we'll kill them. Okay, yeah, there's so many zombies. And there's this baby one, which is probably the worst one out of all of them. Okay, we're going to kill these and we're going to sleep. I didn't want to because I wanted to try and gather up some mob heads, but it's not worth it. It's really, really just not worth it. Okay, we'll kill you. Come on, get... Ouch, of course I'm on fire, because why wouldn't I be? Okay. This was a bad idea. I knew it was a bad idea when I decided to do it, but I still did it anyway, and it was a terrible idea. Okay, you've got chain leggings on and boots, like... Okay, makes sense. Doesn't really, but I'll say it does anyway. I'm gonna shoot this guy, or not. I shot, but then I moved to the arrow straight away, or my sword, so it basically does the looting effect on the bow kills. Hopefully I sleep before the zombie gets me. No, I don't. Of course I didn't, because I'm not that lucky. Where is that spider? I don't know. Sleep now? Hopefully? Yeah, we've done it. Awesome. Okay, so now the mobs should start dying. I mean, there's a creeper there, which we'll kill for the gunpowder, because we just need that, to be fair. We'll kill the spiders because they have a chance to drop their heads, although they're very rare because spiders are so common, so that's a little bit annoying, but we'll kill these guys anyway in hopes of getting one. And nope. We'll also try and get a cave spider head at some point. There's another creeper, of course there is. Is that a slime over there? There is a slime over there. That's pretty cool. Okay, and kill this guy. And then we'll shoot you down there, because I shot you once already. We'll shoot this guy. Oh, that was a one-shot. Nice, not bad. Oh, it's a little baby slime. Okay. Well, we'll kill this zombie, and we'll kill this skeleton. And there's another skeleton over there. This one's got an enchanted shovel. That's great. Don't really need that for anything at all. I hope... I'm going to kill this baby slime. I feel bad about doing it, but I'm hoping that it's going to give me a slime head. I mean, I have a feeling it's not going to, but I kind of hope that it will at the same time. Where'd he go? Okay. Come on. If you give us your head, which is the same size as your entire body, I will forever commemorate you, and I'll even put you in the log cabin, okay? I promise. Nope, of course it didn't. Of course it didn't. I mean, I tried to promise it things, you know, like being forever in my log cabin. Probably didn't like the sound of that, so it just didn't accept and was like, nah, you're not having my head, and just gave me slime balls instead, so... I mean, I'll take the slime balls, not gonna lie, I'll take those, they're pretty good. Okay, so let's chuck all of this stuff away, empty our inventory a little bit as much as we can, which isn't much, apparently. We'll turn these into nuggets, because we haven't got anywhere to put the normal ones, but that should be fine. I know it's a mess. We don't have much storage over in this area, but this should be fine. We're going to have the gate here, I think. We'll have the gate here, and then this will be another bone. I know, it's diorite bone. It's going to be another bone, okay? And then we can bring this out. We'll make this another grass block. We're also got to probably work on it to make it look, or not look, make it so that the sheep won't drown in this pond. Meaning that we probably have to make it so that it's not 2 levels deep, which should be fine. We could do that, I think. We can do that. So, then we're going to bring it here, like this, and like this. I want to give them loads of space to roam around. Not that the orcs are probably worried about that at all, but I am. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. And also, we could probably just keep terraforming off this way, to be honest. And then just dig this area out. It's very loud. I know it's probably louder for me than it is for you guys, because when I'm talking, my mic actually takes over the sound of the computer, but then if I stay completely silent, the computer sounds get really loud. It's just how Screencast-O-Matic works for some reason. But anyway, we are now gonna, what are we gonna do? I don't want to bring it round completely like that. I want to extend it out a little bit more here, and then this will be the other bone. There we go. And then I think what we'll do is we'll do it like this, but going out this way. I think that could look alright. So we'll go like this, and then this will be another bone, and then we do have to somehow connect it up with this other side. The question is, do we want it straight? I think the answer is no. Okay, let's bring this up like that, and place that there. It comes right under the tree, but that should be fine. Let's get our axe back out. I know we haven't really done much in this episode. We're just making a sheep pen, which kind of seems a little bit pointless, but it's a necessary step, okay? What are the orcs going to eat, right? And not just that, but what are they going to use to make their clothes and things like that, you know? They need the sheep, not only for food and stuff like that, although they're probably going to eat pigs, let's be completely honest. Don't know why, but for some reason when I think of primitive, I always think of like a hog roast for some reason, although that doesn't quite make sense, but it's just the idea I have in my head. So we're going to have a few of those like little fireplaces up where they have the wooden like stilts where they're roasting the food over the fire. And they're also going to have vegetables. Don't worry about it. I think we're going to have like a big potato farm in this area for some reason. Don't know why. I just feel like it. I could imagine an orc sitting down and eating a jacket potato. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, that could work. But anyway, let's bring this over this way. I've got to try and figure out how to make this line up now, because you've probably noticed it's not the same on both sides. So we've got to try and do this in such a way where it lines up with this. So not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I think we might do it like this, and then do this again like this. So then this is diorite, and then oh, this isn't going to work. How are we going to do this then? How are we going to do this? I mean, I know that this maybe we could keep this tree here and then have this just be like a fence, right? And then this will, if we can get another log, let's see. Let's open this gate. Is there any oak logs? Yes, there is. We just need one. And since it doesn't line up, maybe what we can do is put this here, and then this will be bone there. And then, yeah, okay, I think this could work. How many diorite walls do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we need 4 diorite walls. We'll quickly make up 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Click on that and shift click those back into my inventory. And then if we climb up like this, okay, not falling preferably. There we go. That's 1. We'll do it from over here. We'll break these as well. That's 2, 3, and now that's there. Okay, and now boom, like this and like that. We might even make these fences too tall, because I feel like orcs are quite big, so they probably make a taller fence for their animals. I don't know, that just makes sense in my head. And then we might add like trapdoors along the top or something. I don't know, we'll work it out as we go. But right now, I think this should be alright. Let's see. Let's place these all the way around. I think that this could look alright, actually. Yeah, I think this could look pretty good. Right. And then we will decorate it up with, like, food and with coarse dirt and soul sand and maybe some brown concrete powder as well, just to make it look like a muddy area. We're going to do that with the entire area eventually, you know, add in some podzol and stuff like that, because it's a swamp, obviously. But we're going to make it look a lot more swampy. I have plans to make some, like, cattails be growing out of the water, because I think those could look pretty cool. We can also try making some just off the shore of the water, because I saw Flip do a design using bamboo and some flower pots with mushrooms in them that didn't look like the craziest thing in the world, because the bamboo is obviously off-center when you place it down, but you can still tell that it's cattails. So we're going to do both designs and see if they look good. If they do, we'll keep them. If not, we'll just get rid of them. But that does mean, this means that it's time to actually free the sheep, or I say free them from the tiny little pen that they were in before, and release them into this big pen. There we go. So they now have this nice little area to be roaming around in. We will get rid of this tree, but we will keep this one, and this one's just going to be growing in the middle, and then this one is actually going to be part of the actual pen. Okay, so I think this looks pretty nice. Like I said, we will decorate it up. Maybe that's what we'll do next episode, as well as something else if I can figure it out. I have an idea to do. Originally, this was going to be like the chiefs, or the chieftain, whatever it's called in the end. I haven't decided yet. This was going to be their house. I had an idea for a male and a female as the leaders, but it's kind of small to be the chieftain's, like, house, I guess, or whatever I'm calling these, hut, I guess, would probably make more sense. It's a bit too small. But then I had the idea, because I got so many bones and I can make so many bone blocks, I had an idea to make, like, a skull of something, or maybe a rib cage or something, and that can be like the chieftain's hut, I guess. And that was the idea I had, so I'll play around with that idea in a creative world, see how that turns out. And this episode is 33 minutes long already. So, before we head off for this episode, we have finished that. We're gonna fill Leonardo up with some more stuff real quick, just so we've got a bit of a clearer inventory. We'll put those in there. We also might place some grass here so that they can walk around, and maybe also get rid of this one just because it's a little bit annoying. But then we could also get rid of this, and there we go, just to make it look a little bit nicer, I guess. But anyway, let's run over here, put these back in there. Is there anywhere we can put those? Anywhere we can put dirt? Yes, there is. Anywhere for gunpowder? No, there is not. So that's fine. That chest is full. We're going to have to make some more. But that does leave us to the part of the episode where we do some head hunting, because you haven't actually seen me get any heads in the episodes. I mean, you saw me get the wither skeleton heads, but I mean, since I installed the Datapack, so getting the normal ones from the Datapacks. This is my oak farm, by the way. I just planted a load of saplings and they're going to grow. So, I'm going to try and get some squid and some salmon heads. So the salmons should drop pretty easily. I don't know how many attempts it's going to take. It's also going to give us cooked salmon, so we're also getting food in the process, because we have fire aspect on our sword. Oh, we got one already. There we go. Salmon head already. Boom. Look at that. So that was pretty quick. They're pretty easy to get, actually, and I don't know why. I feel like they probably shouldn't be, but I'm not going to complain. I will take it. We get cooked salmon because we've got fire aspect on our sword. Although they're underwater, it still cooks them for some reason. Not sure entirely why. And this is our, what's that called? Seaweed? It's not seaweed. Kelp farm. But it's basically seaweed. It's near enough the same thing-ish. Don't quote me on that, okay? It's not the same thing. I know that, but it's near enough. It's similar. That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay. I thought we got a squid head then, and we just got another salmon head. We didn't pick it up quite yet, but we did get one. It's floating. And another one. That's 3 salmon heads. See how common they are? They're pretty common. I mean, I have looting 3 on my sword, so I suppose that plays a part in it as well. But, you know, they're still surprisingly common for how common salmon are, considering it's the way this works, the head data pack, is the more common the mob, the harder the head to get, right? So chickens, cows, and things like that are harder to get the heads for because they spawn so commonly. So, I mean, really salmons should be the same. But for whatever reason they're not. I don't know how that works or why that works out like that. But like I said, I'm not complaining. I'm happy to take the salmon heads because they're pretty cool looking. Right now, other than the Orcish area, I don't have a specific reason for why I want to collect these heads. I just like having them. Like the fact that I have them to use if I need to. I just like that. And we're also going to gather up some ink sacs because we can always use some black dye and ink and stuff like that. So let's kill this guy. That was a one-shot. That's not bad. And then hopefully the squid should drop their heads. They're not exactly common, but they're not rare either, I guess, the squid heads. So I'd say they're probably uncommon rather than rare, but we'll see how long it takes us to get one. Once we do get a squid head, that's where I'll end this episode here. And then I'll do the outro and all of that, because I don't want to make this episode too long, because it's nearly 40 minutes already. And I know some people probably see a 40-minute long video and are like, whoa, don't want to watch this. And I mean, I'm not actually like that, believe that or not. I see a 30, 40-minute video and I'm like, ooh, nice, that'll keep me occupied for the time that the video goes on for. Especially with everything that's going on right now. When I see longer videos, I'm like, whoa, yeah, that's even better. You know, that'll keep me occupied for a little while. So, yeah, I mean, maybe some of you guys are the same. Can't seem to find any more squids. I also should probably mention that the diamond armor I'm wearing right now is actually my fully finished armor, minus the boots. The boots aren't bad, don't get me wrong. I'm waiting for the Never update to come out so I can put soul speed on my boots, and then I'll have the best boots I can, because I don't want to make them before that, because I have to have them in a certain order. But other than that, the helmet, the chest plate, and the leggings are the best that I can get. And I did name the diamond helmet the Diamond Hermit, because I was watching Hermitcraft at the time that I was making the helmet, so I just went with it. Plus, it would have cost so much to actually name it afterwards, so I just went with it, and now our diamond helmet is called a Diamond Hermit instead, so I mean, I don't really mind. There's another squid. Okay, let's go over to this guy. 2 squids, nice, and some salmons as well. So they're not called, is the plural of salmon salmons? I don't think it is. I feel like the plural of salmon is just salmon, because the plural of fish isn't fishes, it's fish. Right, so I feel like the plural of salmon should be salmon, not salmons. Although I keep saying salmons. And I know I shouldn't. But anyway, there's a bunch of squid now, actually, so that's pretty good. Hopefully we can get ahead from one of these. Okay. Don't ink and swim away, thank you. Oh, there's a fish swimming over here. Not an alive one, a cooked one, but still. Anyway, let's get you. Now that I've said that their heads are common, they're like, okay, fine. We're not going to drop any more. And I haven't gotten one since. So that's great. Let's get this guy. More ink. How much have we got? 41 ink sacs. I mean, that's not bad at all. I will take that. I keep seeing the phantom head and thinking it's a squid head for whatever reason, despite the fact that they look different. But they do have the same sort of colours, and I think that's what it is. I'm seeing the, like, bluey blacky colour and thinking it's a squid head, but it's not. Okay. I mean, I'll take the ink sacs. I'm really not complaining about the ink sacs, but the goal is for... Oh, there's another salmon head over here that apparently I just didn't pick up earlier. Okay. I mean, thank you. I did pick it up, right, yeah. I thought it might have despawned for a second there, but it didn't. We're good. Okay, let's take this guy. I'm actually surprised by how long it's taken me to get a squid head, not gonna lie. I mean, it took me a while. On Universe SMP, I got a squid head before I got a salmon head, so I suppose if that's anything to go by, I'm not expecting to get too good a luck. We also get drowned spawn in this river sometimes, so we have to keep an eye out because we can get drowned heads. I also have found a an ocean monument, which we need to attack at some point, and then we can turn it into a prismarine farm and get all that prismarine going, because I would like to use some prismarine and dark prismarine stuff for builds, especially for the, like, pixie and fairy area. I think I would definitely like to use some of the prismarine because it's a bright blue colour. We're also not going to be working on that until the Nether update comes out, because of the blue and the purple woods are going to be very nice to use for that area, because it's meant to look quite magical. So those are quite magical colours that are going to look quite good for the roofs and things like that, I think. So we're going to wait around for that. We're just going to gather a bunch of salmon heads at this point. I mean, I'm giving up hope on getting a squid head anytime soon. We got another salmon one, so that's pretty cool. That's 6 salmon heads right now. And there, oh, 7. Another one dropped just then. Okay. We'll make it 8, and then we'll just go specifically after squid. I also want to make sure, not also, but also want to make sure that I'm not wasting the salmon. Like, I'm picking it up because, I mean, want to eat it, I guess. And you never know when we might need more food. Let's get this squid while we're over here. Boom. Are you going to give us your head, Mr. Squid? Yes! Thank you! Okay, I appreciate that very much. What are the chances that now that we've got one squid head, a bunch of them are going to drop their heads now? I don't know, but there's 2 more squids over here, which we will take. No squid head from that guy, and no squid head from this guy, but we'll grab this fish up as well. I said we'd get 8 salmon heads, so we will do that. And we'll go over and get this squid before we head off, I guess. Maybe he'll drop a head. He didn't, but oh well. Let's try and get another salmon head. Come on. I mean, you're pretty common. There we go. Okay. Right, you guys are free to swim for another day. Although they'll despawn before anything else happens. But anyway, this episode has been 43 minutes. Just turned 43 minutes for this. Although there will be a part that I cut out when my game nearly crashed, I think. If I can actually find the point in the episode where that happened. You guys would have seen if I cut it out or not, because it won't be there. But, anyway, is there a squid dying? No, there's not. I always hear them make... I didn't realise that squids just make normal noises. Like, just swimming around, they make noises. And I don't know how I didn't know that before. And we got 2 squid heads. Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. 8 salmon heads, 2 squid heads. I might have more heads by the time the next episode comes out, so if I do, I'll update you guys on... You guys? Yeah, I'll update you guys on that, you know, because why not? But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I know we only made a sheep pen and gathered heads and showed off a bunch of stuff in this episode, but that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing for the next few episodes until we go to the Nether and the end. Not the Nether, but the end, but either way. Hope you have enjoyed this episode. Make sure you stick around for the next one, which will be out very, very soon. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye! And yes, I did forget my own outro there. Bye.